Check, check. 1, 2, 3. All right, beautiful. All right. Wow, I'm so bad with dealing with OBS here. Welcome back, everybody. That train was easy between 30th Street and Suburban stations. Yeah, it is quite an easy ride. But it's nice to be back here. I know it is just the wonderful just another normal stream tonight. I always have a fun amount of technical difficulties. But we're going to be streaming some more City Skylines. I did that on the last stream. I saw that a lot of people enjoyed it. So, let's do it again. All right, let's get City Skylines booted up. I've been kind of doing a car-dependent city build. I think it's been kind of fun to do. I always love doing little playthroughs and just kind of messing with it. Sometimes I'll do super urbanist cities. Other times I'll do super car-dependent ones. And this one's been a pretty car-dependent build. We're getting back to Las Vegas. But welcome to the stream, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm the face behind Climate and Transit. All your wonderful obscure transit videos, random rants, and also tier lists. But you know what? We're going to get back into City Skylines. I'm going to do some bus route planning, honestly. Even in this car-dependent city, I think it's kind of fun to do some bus route planning. So we'll get to that in this stream here. Oh boy. OBS, what are we doing here, Chief? Look, it's me. All right, there we go. Beautiful, perfect, wonderful. Just got to do some little adjustments, you know. I'm still pretty new to streaming. I'm still trying to figure out OBS and stuff like that, but you know, it's great. Richard Benjamin Mills, how's it going? You know, it's going pretty well, honestly. Today's been a good day. I know it's like 360p on my screen, and I'm so sorry that the resolution is kind of tragically awful. But you know, today was great. Went on a little hike through Washington Park because I live in Portland. Kind of a beautiful day today, 60 degrees, pretty sunny. And I've been kind of taking it easy today, but, you know, nothing too crazy. Just enjoying my nice little weekend here. And today we get some Cities Skylines, the OG, if it ever wants to load. It takes forever to load. But, you know, that's just part of the fun of City Skylines. I'm on the bus right now headed home. Ooh, what kind of bus are we on today, Jonathan? What kind of bus are we taking? For anybody who's watching, like, not live and is watching this after, chat doesn't really show up on screen. It kind of shows up in those weird comments. I got some comments on that last time saying that I, like, trimmed the last stream, but I didn't. It was just kind of just how it was. But yeah, no, today's going pretty well. Nothing too interesting or out of the normal. Just kind of a normal day. Time to run some City Skylines. My city of Owanota, I believe, New York, tore down its parking garage and is replacing it with the transit hub for buses. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, that's awesome, honestly. It doesn't sound like it's that giant of a city, but I mean, any city doing a project like that is always super impressive, and it's really good for cities. Because, you know, parking kind of takes up way too much space in our cities, especially parking garages. You know, we think that consolidates parking, but all it does is it takes space away from where there could be actual development. At least with surface parking, you can develop over it, but yeah, parking garage is kind of a bit different story, but Oneonta. Okay. Yes, SEPTA. I'm quite familiar with the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transit Authority. Yes, I've taken the scepter quite a bit. So, okay, we've got some traffic coming into downtown here. Just a little bit, not too much. So just to give everybody a little view, if you weren't on last stream, this is my new city. It's called Las Vegas. And if you can see, it is quite full of some lovely parking. So we got ample parking in the city in downtown. Got a little stadium with just a little bit of parking around it, but not too much. I mean, it could always use some more parking. The city has a couple of transit modes, despite it being car dependent. The first one being streetcars. So we have 2 streetcar lines that kind of run throughout the city, or at least through downtown in this kind of like slightly more walkable neighborhood. And then we have one that runs from downtown over by the stadium. We also do have a little night bus that I decided to add in. It's just a little nighttime shuttle service, so it kind of makes the service 24 hours, but everybody appears to ride this city. It's a little like transit line between these 2 areas. And then I also decided on the last stream we built a monorail. So it's a little 4-stop monorail that goes out to our suburban areas. There's some little park and rides over here that kind of, help feed the monorail ridership into the city. And then if you can see over here, we have all of our lovely, lovely suburban sprawl. Look at this. It's just beautiful. It's just perfect suburban sprawl. It's just paradise. Look at this paradise. Nothing better than this. You can't beat nice, good, old-fashioned, clean suburbs that are crime-free. Look up the near meltdown Elon Musk and Sean Duffy had this week over Elon wanting to fire air traffic controllers directly. Yes, I remember seeing that, and that was hilarious. I love when the queens are fighting. Honestly, I hope that they both end up tearing down each other's any clout that they have in the current administration. But I'm not counting on it, but it would be really funny to kind of see them both kind of tear each other down. I would get great enjoyment out of that. The parking lot next to the upcoming transit center is a proposal for a new housing development, but a lot of people are against it, and I'm worried my city council will vote against it. Well, Aiden, what you can do is you can be that input and call and write to your city councilors about wanting that housing development there. And honestly, that's the best you could really do for that. This all comes after Sean Duffy reached out to Randy Clark and WMATA asking to know about their plans to tackle crime, which they have been working on that for a year and a half. WMATA had to close their DEI office to secure federal funding. Man, this current administration is so dumb. Legitimately, everybody likes to do hyperbole about living in the idiocracy timeline. We're living that now. Soon enough, we're going to be talking about how Brondo is what plants crave. That is what we're going to be doing in the next 5 to 10 years. We literally just had our president shooting machine guns kind of moment from Idiocracy, but it's only going to get worse, honestly, with this administration. The next 4 years are definitely going to be something interesting. Luckily, no one at WMATA got laid off, but instead they got reassigned at different divisions. Well, that's good. That's good that people got to keep their jobs for once. It seems like Trump, as horrible as he is, understands that Elon's plans to just cut everybody from the federal government probably isn't the best idea. And Elon is having a little baby rage moment because he's a toddler stuck in a man's body and somehow has the most money on planet Earth. So we're very lucky to have that in the U.S. because that's exactly what good leadership is made of. Man-children. This place. What are we going to do about the United States? But I just built this lovely new commercial area right here. Check this out. Look at all this ample parking for our new commercial buildings that are all popping up because everybody wants to build in Las Vegas. These truly are some lovely suburbs, though. I mean, just look at all the culture and character that they bring to these neighborhoods. Wouldn't you want to live here? Who wouldn't want to live in these lovely suburbs that we got going on? Well, that's built. If anybody has any questions, I just love interacting with chat, guys. This is why I stream. Purely for the chat interactions. I think it's so much fun to interact with all of you. And honestly, if you want to do even more interacting when I'm not streaming, I also have a Discord as well. So if you want to join that, feel free to. It's kind of awesome over there. I know 3 in chat can definitely tell you about that. Oh, Frederick's here. Oh, hey, Frederick. How you doing? If you're still here. But this is the bus stream. I think we're going to have to get one bus route built. I'm sorry, guys. The car dependency may not be lasting as long as we thought. The total car dependency, at least. We're going to have to get some bus routes built. I know. Not our favorite here. We're the car dependent stream here. So, let's see how we can get some bus routes planned out over here. Perfect. Actually, we probably need another highway entrance. We need to just keep building onto our highways. And the street that proposed development and transit hub, the two are on street that got a road diet over the past year and now looks like a narrow main street is going to be more pedestrian friendly. Well, that's good. I mean, you can't beat pedestrian friendly in your city. Any type of road diet is usually a pretty good idea for a city to go and contemplate and at least implement in some sort of fashion. Even if it isn't like the best road diet plan, they can still be great. Sorry, the mini humor rant, but Randy Clark has a chance to do the funniest thing ever. And you know what? He might, because that's Randy Clark, and Randy Clark is he's kind of ballin', not gonna lie. Randy Clark is he's the LeBron of running transit agencies. He's just truly built different in a good way. Utah's SB 195. You're actually gonna have to give me a minute to look that up. Utah SB 195. Transportation amendments. This bill amends provisions related to transportation items, transportation mobility plans, and adherence to proposed phases of certain transportation. Requires periodic reporting. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's much more than just kind of adjusting what they're already doing. Let me explain. SB 195, basically, it lets UDOT have veto power over SLC's traffic calming and bike lanes. Oh, yeah, that's not good. They somehow snuck that wording into there. That's pretty awful. I really hate that states are just kind of trying to take away local power for, administering streets. Seems like kind of a bad move. And the New York State DOT is making Main and Maple intersection a roundabout. We're kind of jumping between two places, but yeah, I mean that Utah proposal sounds pretty awful. At least for the planning of new bike infrastructure, because Utah has kind of been or at least Salt Lake City proper has been doing a good job on building like new bicycle infrastructure. They've been pretty on top of doing that, and it's been pretty great. There's been some pretty solid infrastructure that's been built, but I mean, if the state decides no, we want to do it our way instead of letting Salt Lake decide what's best for itself, then that's kind of horrible. But I mean, it wouldn't shock me if that ended up passing. It seems like the kind of law that would happen in Utah to some extent. Ooh, the transit is for the poors. Therefore, we can't have that here. We can't let people cycle. They'll be all dangerous on the road. Oh, it did pass. Oh, that's not good. Oh, so Salt Lake City is now not going to have very many new bike lanes. Is Yeah, that's not good. Taking away cities' ability to build bike lanes has to be like the most delusional thing ever. Cause like people just want to get from one place to another place like efficiently, and sometimes bikes are really good for that. Like any trip that's like a little, any trip that's like a mile to like 3 to 5 miles, depending on your skill or what type of bike you have. Really, the ideal way to get there usually is by taking bikes, not driving. Just just for peak efficiency, it is cycling, and the fact that cities just take that away is just mind-boggling to me. That they think it's a good idea, but it also comes from this mindset that everybody drives everywhere and that cycling is just a recreational thing that occasionally some people do. And we still have to shake that mindset because we have like terminal car brain in the US. Like extreme terminal car brain, especially in some parts of the US. Like Utah has quite a few people who are like that, where they are just absolutely the most car brained individuals on the planet. And it is just such a horrible mentality to have because it truly kills off any opportunity for you to do any bit better with your cities. Like, we have this great modal choice that's extremely cheap to implement. Cycling infrastructure is cheaper than quite literally any other infrastructure other than pedestrian infrastructure. And that's because cycling is the most efficient way besides using your own 2 feet to get around. Actually, I think it's more efficient than walking, but yeah, it's legitimately like the best way to get people around a city. And yet, we still just kind of are like, nah, we're going to do our own thing. We're just going to drive everywhere. Just such a ridiculous idea to just limit that because it is the easiest way to get people around. Is NYC able to get back congestion pricing, or is it killed forever? Well, it really all comes down to the federal lawsuits that the state is putting out. And of course, it also comes down to if New York City is going to implement such lawsuits, because I could totally see New York State just completely ignoring any demands from just completely ignoring any demands from the federal government. It just sounds like something New York would do. Which is totally reasonable because they implemented this plan and they have seen it through, and the new administration's like, nope, we don't like it. It's gone. It seems not only like complete federal government overreach, but also at the same time, it's just bad planning. It's just horrible planning for the city. But, these kinds of people, conservatives usually do not care, especially modern day MAGA conservatives, do not care about how a city is. They should, but they don't benefit from cities doing well. You know who benefits from cities doing well? Usually progressive politics, because progressive politics usually back up the side of actually developing cities. Because cities are these great hubs of knowledge and culture and intellectual, like experience and just experiencing, the best that humanity has to offer when they're doing well. But when they're not, conservatives can use that and point to it and being like, cities, they're bad. They're run by Democrats. Vote for Republicans. And yeah, that's how they benefit from it. America does well when cities do well too. That's right, Frederick. Cities are literally the lifeblood of the United States. Without cities, the country doesn't run. And I think a lot of people like to ignore that fact. But it's the honest to God truth. And if you ignore your cities, then you're going to have a very bad time trying to deal with the consequences of having cities that don't work. And we're currently doing that because our cities aren't working very well, unfortunately. It's not even dead. It's still being fought in court. Yeah, congestion pricing is still very much alive to a major extent. Like, it's not gone. Like, congestion pricing is still in effect right now, which is awesome. We got to keep congestion pricing around. It's a great model, and New York is the most obvious city to have it. So keeping congestion pricing around for the benefit of the residents of New York City itself is huge. All right. Now, speaking of that, we're going to put this train station in here. I think I told everybody that this is like my car dependent playthrough, and we need some useless commuter rail. So that's what I'm doing. I'm building very useless commuter rail. So if you can see, it's very windy. It's only going to run during the day. I'm only going to have one train on the route. Oh, we're not electrifying trackage. That's too much. We need to have that be diesel, like God intended. But yeah, I mean, our cities do well when cities do well, everybody else does well. Our cities are really kind of the lifeblood of everything in the United States. And not investing in them is just probably the most foolish thing that we can do. Oh, we are so back to the car-centric playthrough. We are definitely back. And that's why we're building this crappy commuter rail. I've got to go and do some updating. Ooh, gallery cars. That's like the true signal that you're dealing with a crappy commuter line. If it's a crappy commuter line, you either have those octagon bilevels or you have gallery cars. And we're going with gallery cars and an F59 PHI. Oh yeah. And this is the downtown station. Your commuter rail is like the North Star. Yeah, I was pretty much going for that, or like the Wego Star in Tennessee. You know, you got 3 round trips a day. 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening. Reverse peak, what's that? We don't do that here. Beautiful. All right, we're going to build another highway exit and entrance. Too nice of a downtown station. I don't think it's too nice, Frederick. Look at that. It's like a little shack. I can't exactly do anything about the catenary there, but it ends as soon as it gets here because this is an entirely diesel line. But yeah, this station doesn't look that nice. I mean, it's just a little shack out here. You need more Salt Lake Central. Someone should add in Salt Lake Central into City Skylines. I would totally put it right here. Is there a asset where the train station is just a platform? I'm pretty sure. If not, I could probably make that. City Skylines has a pretty good asset editor, and I mean, like, I could probably end up making that pretty quickly. We gotta have a lot of parking near the station. That feels like an obvious no-brainer. Don't worry about how close that is to the how close that parking spot is to the tracks. All right, service is done for the day. I rode 7 buses and 1 L train altogether today. That's pretty fun, honestly. That sounds like a good day on SEPTA for you. Sounds like a great day on SEPTA. You know, just riding the bus around town and taking the L. I've done a few transit days too, and I think that they're kind of awesome. And then some days I take transit to the point where I feel like I'm getting sick of transit. Hey, Frederick, Salt Lake Central is a little bit more than just a platform. Salt Lake Central has a beautiful ticket counter, and then I think like maybe like a bus shelter. So it's got just a little bit more than that, than just a blank platform. I'm going to college in a year. I'm mixed between urban planning and civil engineering. What's the difference? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I majored in neither of those things. So honestly, like my expertise kind of aims more towards the environmental science side of things, but I'm sure that there's plenty of people out there who could help you understand the difference. We do live in a very educated world now, or at least I like to think so, but there are resources to where you can actually find out the difference between those two majors. Doors are opening. 69th Street making all stops. Doors are closing. We're going to keep adding on more highway ramps, exits, and entrances and exits. Man. Here we go. We've got another highway entrance and exit that's being made here. Beautiful. And boom, innovation right here, folks. More highway on and off ramps. Do you want to get to RFK Jr. Memorial Hospital? Well, now's your chance. Look at that beautiful site right there. There's no better hospital. Red dye, you don't need it. Hi, Climate and Transit. Hi, R262 versus R268. Welcome to the stream. We're back here today in Las Vegas building a car-dependent city. I guess it's more like just a standard North American city type loadout. Oh, we may need more cremation sites. Ooh. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need at least another one. Alright, we'll put that right there, and then we'll put a little medical center right there too. Just to allow people to get healthcare and death care right next to each other. Just in case the healthcare doesn't work out, we got the alternative right next door. And honestly, if you want to get into city planning, at least on like, there's two levels. There's like the design level where you're kind of dealing with like the technicalities, and that's where you're dealing with like, you know, like urban studies degrees and like urban planning degrees and like civil engineering. That focuses more on like the design of stuff. But like if you want to actually like be in the like influential side of like getting it implemented, politically also going that route as well too in the future, because a lot of the times you're kind of limited as an urban planner in terms of what politics you can do. You actually a lot of the times are limited or actually forbidden from dealing with politics. But if you're on the political side, you know, that's where you can use that to get your motivations going. I stray towards the political side. That's where I know I can make the most change. But if you can make the change on the urban planning design side, you know, go for it. At that station... Oh, Spring Garden. What a beautiful station. Everybody loves Spring Garden in Philadelphia. The best park and ride, or not park and ride, but highway median station possible. Hey man, you need to fill in that land. Which land? Right here? Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm on it. Don't worry about it. We're going to fill in this land right next to the highway, but unfortunately there's really not a lot to park in this neighborhood over here. There's not really that much parking in this neighborhood, and I think that's a little upsetting. So we're just going to kind of wedge in parking lots where we can. Because people need to be dealing with the innovative solution that is driving everywhere. Alright, there we go. Boom, boom. Ethan, you're super killing the game, brother. Guess what, everyone? Ethan and I got drunk earlier today. Well, cars suck. We didn't both get drunk. I had like a beer and a half, so I am completely sober. This is called Nick's skill issue, or cars suck skill issue. I just doxed him. You know, this is all the fun that we get to have here. I think some of our highways do need expanding, though. I think that there's way too much traffic on this highway right here. I think it needs to be expanded. Should we expand this highway? I think we should. But I'm not going to do the normal thing of just like adding one more lane. No. No, that's kind of the boring way of doing it. What we're going to do is we're going to get really innovative and creative here. So what we're going to do is we are going to basically run an HOV lane down the center of this. Delete the highway? Absolutely not. Needs more trains? No. We're not doing trains today. We're going full car dependency. Let's see. Why are they all driving like trains? They're all driving in packs here. What about toll lanes on the side? Yeah, that's what I was planning to go with, Porby. I think we should probably do. So we're going to get real innovative here, and we're going to widen the highway, but we're also going to add in toll lanes as well, too. So this is not going to be 3 lanes anymore. This is going to be 6 lanes on each side now. So there's going to be 2 toll lanes on the edge, and then 4 lanes in the middle for standard traffic. Just one more lake, bro. That's me when I'm going to Minnesota and I'm fishing, and then I want to give up, but then my fishing buddy says we need to keep going. Just one more lake, bro. I-42. I'm not familiar with that highway. I feel like that's unfortunate because it sounds like it's a really nice and wide highway. Automated car lanes with overhead catenary. Wrong. Wrong, we're not doing that. We're going to 4 lanes. And then multiple more, just because I feel like it. Maybe rare, like I-99 in Altoona, PA area. Yeah, I actually am familiar with that one. That's like the kind of like 3-mile long highway that just kind of ends, right? I know there's one in West Virginia that just like straight up just only exists to like bypass Huntington, West Virginia. It's so goofy. Go full Tampa I-75. That's kind of the plan. Maybe I'll do 3 lanes as the added on. Here we go. I just want to pause that. Well, I guess we can kind of give everybody a pain in the ass time to try and deal with this. But don't fret, my dear viewers. I'm only temporarily demolishing this interchange here. We're actually going to build a much better one. A much more innovative one. We're going to innovate so hard that people are going to be actually upset that we're innovating this hard. There we go. Beautiful toll booth right there. So we're going to be building express lanes. And I do have a mod that lets me kind of adjust the speed limits. So we're going to actually make them and allow people to go like super fast on them. We're going to have some nice big on and off ramps there. So that way people can utilize them. So same thing we have, but now smart. Wait, how's I-75's toll lanes? I'm honestly confused. I thought they were kind of like exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, we're going to go. All right, so there's a problem. There's a problem here. I have this industrial district right here. But the problem is that I don't want to demolish all of these waste management facilities. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a giant viaduct over the top of them. I think that that's honestly the best solution. I don't want to hear any dissent on that. Highways in Atlanta, yeah, pretty much. This is honestly so Florida or Texas coded, honestly. This is true innovation, folks. You don't get this level of innovation dealing with trains and stuff. That's just kind of weak stuff. Trains are weak sauce. This is like true innovation. I think I have to elevate the highway ramp the whole way anyways. This will get us the best FTA rating. That's right. We're going to get all of that federal money. This is basically the I-4 Ultimate. Yeah, this is basically the I-4 Ultimate. Oh, man. You know, when City Skylines came out, it had like the best road tools ever, like how they are. But like honestly, they've compared to other games, they've just kind of slacked behind. I mean, like even games like Transport Fever 2 just kind of caught up and just demolished their road tools in like how good they are. Swamps, highways in southeast, highways in Florida, highways in Georgia. It's all accurate. I lived in Florida. I've seen these disgustingly massive highway projects. I know exactly how they are. I'm quite familiar with the insane innovation they love to do out there. Now, this is called a Texas Tea Biscuit. It is a true piece of highway engineering. Wait, does Wichita have an elevated highway? All right, we gotta at least have a little bit of realism. We gotta have like one pillar. Oh. Me when I hit the giant jump on my commute to work. Orlando, Florida highway. That's what I said with the I-4 Ultimate. Don't know if you remember that beautiful project. Truly, some of my favorite engineering in the world happens in the Orlando area in terms of highways. We're gonna have to elevate this just a little bit to get over this overpass. This is insane. This is absolutely insane, and I'm here for every second of it. And we still have to do the other side, by the way. This is such a weird interchange here. It just kind of messes with the whole mojo of me trying to do this elevated highway. Ooh, wow, that'd be quite a climb. Engine braking prohibited. Oh, man. I'm trying to make it like look like kind of normal and not like have a bunch of random turns in the highway, but I think that might actually be impossible. Yeah, that might be impossible to try and make this look normal. But we're doing true road innovation here, folks. What you're seeing here today is the future of our transit corridor. They would call it, if this was built in real life, this would be called like the innovation corridor or something like that. It would have some stupid name to try and get more federal money. Just got home safe and sound. I love that. What if I put that toll road on the other side of the rock? It is possible. I don't know. But there's still rocks on the other side anyways. I gotta demolish these old lanes here. Okay, and then I think I kind of got it worked out here to not look like completely butt ugly. Unless I keep randomly clicking. Beautiful. We're going to have it go over our transportation network, otherwise known as the monorail. Ronald Reagan Turnpike be like, I used to live next to the Ronald Reagan Highway in Illinois. Fun fact. Ronald Reagan Turnpike is located in Miami-Dade, by the way. Yeah, not shocked. I mean, New York City, or not New York City, but New York State has the Robert Moses Memorial Freeway. Actually, not freeway. They don't call them freeways out east. I'll put this underground. We call this a freedom construction project. Look at all this freedom. Oh, people only wish they had this much freedom. And the first section is open. And so, in honor of opening this up for a bypass, one, we have to do a little bit of what you call, they're giving it me in, I need it in freedom numbers, freedom units. Miles per hour, commies. There we go. Okay, we got them in miles per hour. No. All right. Well, at least it's showing me the speeds in American below. You know what? We'll go crazy. We will go absolutely insane. You can go 100 mile or not 100 kilometers an hour through the toll. But once you're out of the toll, yeah, once you're out of the toll, you can go 81 miles an hour. Jane Jacobs Memorial Freeway. Oh, should I? I'm not gonna do that to Jane Jacobs. Not on International Women's Day. That'd be cruel. I'm evil. I'm not that evil. All right. And now we can get innovating on the other side of the freeway. Well, I guess it's not a freeway. Boom. There we go. And now it's time to get building this all the way over to the other side of this area. Then I'll have to rebuild the ramps to actually accommodate the other interchange on the other side that I kind of blew up to get the first toll road put in. Uh-oh, there's housing here. Uh-oh. Oh well. Aw. They didn't like that. I wonder why. Their commutes are going to be faster. I don't know why they all got upset about that. Like, look, I get it. Your house is gone. That sucks. But, like, your commute's going to be just a little bit faster. I don't see the issue. These people need to calm down. Like, seriously. Like, it was redlined either way. I mean, yeah, I did kind of build it to be the poorer housing in the city, but, you know. I guess it's not in the city, it's in the suburbs, but, you know, it is what it is. Well, you know, sometimes we gotta close down some road ramps just to do a bit of innovation, but, you know, we will get to that. The Robert Moses way. That's right. You got to learn from the best. All right, we'll get these two ramps connected back up there. Perfect. And now people can get there quickly and conveniently. This is beautiful, guys. I don't know about y'all, but like this is incredible. This is truly amazing. I told everybody that I was going to be doing some innovative gameplay, and look, I think highway building is the most innovative thing that you can do. Guys, just look at this beautiful freeway. I mean, like, we've got so many more lanes to move people through the city. Yeah, some people might have complained a little bit, but, like, did they even really matter at the end of the day? Because, like, we're absolutely innovating our way to new heights of city planning. Just wanted to smooth that out a little bit for a better drive. But yeah, look at that. Now the highway is no longer 6 lanes. It is now 14 lanes. 14 lanes of innovative freedom. We do have to fix this though. This can't go unfixed. Seriously, you got not enough mid-roll ads, only got 2 unskippable 15 seconds ads after 3 minutes of viewing? Oh my goodness. Yep, I'm delaying ads. That's right. Sorry you had to experience that. I love YouTube when I say put a conservative amount of ads on there. Don't put like a whole ton, and it's like, okay, ignoring that. It's like, okay, I'm going to ignore that and then give you guys a whole ton of ads. YouTube. Needs more lanes. You know, I think I agree. But we'll have to wait till next time for that. But I'm so glad that at least our city's main highway has the innovative amount of lanes needed to truly soar as a city. And look, it's already insanely popular. Oh my god. We made traffic so much worse. We made traffic so much worse. And there's my my trash burning fart pipes right out onto the highways. This is true innovation. Look at all these lanes. This is beautiful. My ears would love if there was a median train station on this highway. LA would be like, this is a great place for a transfer on our metro system. I think this is not a failure. Cars suck. This is actually peak innovation. And no, it is not 16 lanes. Okay? I'm not a madman. It's only 14. It is getting a lot of or a lot of drivers going on it. Those toll lanes are absolutely insanely popular. Oh, we may have a little bit of a traffic problem, but you know how we need to solve this? I think I've got the perfect solution to this. Okay, so we've demolished that. I'm just gonna... It's okay, it's just a temporary fix. Well, it's not a temporary... It's a permanent fix here, is what we're doing. We're doing a permanent fix. And what that might be... And what might that be? Well, here's my permanent fix. One more lane. That should solve our traffic problems on this highway exit. Florida intersection. This is also pretty bad right here. We can't sleep on this intersection. This one is atrocious. And there's barely enough clearance on these lower lanes for trucks to get through. So they all have to use this upper deck that's a toll road. Speaking of that, the tolls are way too high in this city. I think I agree with the people thinking that the tolls are way too high. I think we gotta lower the toll costs. I have the perfect solution to Leeds Road. Yeah. That'd be the urbanist in me coming out, but he's not coming out today. I'm going to build another highway entrance and exit over here. So the toll amount is too high. Yeah, I think I was charging way too much for the tolls there. I think they needed to come down just a little bit. 50 cents a vehicle is really not that bad. We may even drop it further. Some real California highway stuff. My city is like a mix of all the worst decisions you could make when building highways. Just what Donald Trump would want. Yeah, that toll revenue might go towards funding transit. No. Our toll revenue strictly goes for investing in our cities. And by investing in our cities, I mean adding more lanes and parking. We just keep doing more parking and adding more lanes. It's beautiful. This little transit thing is kind of inefficient, though. The aerial way, it does enough. Cars suck. You can't use a Discord command to get beer. I do agree. I do think we need more parking. I think those buildings cast way too many shadows. They need to be shorter. I think they need a bigger setback, which means we need to add in more parking into our downtown. I think more downtown parking is the real solution here. Add more reason to come visit the businesses. True innovation at its finest. The empty lot should be a parking garage? Yes, it should. don't really have any other room to fit in there, so we're just gonna put that to be office space. But we can definitely add in some more parking garages. We've got the room. I think a nice big old parking garage throughout the city, just a whole bunch of them, would truly make the downtown experience just a little bit better. Actually, here's our station. You know, we can encourage people to ride the train by putting a bunch of parking right next to it. There we go. This is ideal land use for the train station. And no, I will not be taking feedback. It is the best land use that we can use for our station. There are a lot of pedestrians. I keep encouraging people to not get around any other way but drive, and yet the city is just loaded with pedestrians. The parking garages are doing wonders for the neighborhood character. You're so right. You're so right, okay? The parking lots are truly doing wonders for the neighborhood character. Ah, dang. I wonder if I can install a parking garage to kind of fit in over here. It won't build right there. Dang. And if you can see, pretty much every lane I'm installing downtown is a 4-lane road, even on the most thin types of design. Even on the thinnest roads, most of them are 4 lanes minimum. Oh yeah, look at all that parking we're putting in. We'll put one little apartment right there. I think that'll meet the parking demands for it. Put in some commercial development right there too. What could we put back here? Ooh, surface parking would really fit. Now let's get some office space over here too. We can't have that much residential in downtown. Most people want to live in the suburbs, so 3 apartments that are all way too expensive to live in will be downtown. All around the college. That has a shitty little streetcar running to it. Also, we have exactly 1 bike lane in town. This is the 1 bike lane we have in the city. I removed a trial bike lane before, but the people of this neighborhood, for some reason, were clamoring for another one. So we built another one. Ooh. Gonna expand the street grid just a little bit more. Perfect. There we go. And perfect. That's okay. We're just expanding parking options in the area, just in case you wanted to ride your bike to the parking. Exactly 1 bike lane is ideal for a city of any size. You can have 1 as a treat. We have to give the cyclists at least 1 thing. They cry too much. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point, okay. We do need to fund these streets by utilizing education funds. Which is why I've decided in our funding here, right here, in our budget, our schools actually have lowered funding. And in fact, I think we should lower it just a little bit more. So that way, more of our money can go towards our road budget, which is going up. perfect. Ooh, we got a full landfill. Let's empty it. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I also built this little... I think it happened on last stream, but I built this little highway that cuts right through the middle of downtown. I think it's perfect. Zero out that nighttime funding, you goon. That's right. No kids are at school at nighttime. Now, unfortunately, we probably do have to get one bus out here in the suburbs. I know, I know. Now, these nerds are going to want it to be connected to the monorail, and I'm assuming the other end is going to have to be down that way. So we're going to build the most perfect local bus route ever. One, it needs stops like every 3 seconds, so that way anybody riding it absolutely hates their life. Perfect, 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 perfect. There we go. Yeah, I think the wackier the route is going through like random suburbs, the better too. That's also really good for random local bus routes, is just having them go on really circuitous routes. Alright, now that's some goofy stop spacing even for making a joke. And we'll complete the line there. Now, we'll get rid of this little stop right there. So we're building bus service here just because we know that some people are going to use it. We've got to take care of the senior citizens in the neighborhood, but we all know that ridership is not going to be that high. Okay? Ridership is going to be fairly low. So for one, we're going to operate with buses that have the lowest possible capacity. I'm going to use the color green to indicate the route because it's eco-friendly, you know. All those eco-friendly people want to take it if it's colored green. But yeah, this route will be running from where the monorail ends all the way over to where the commuter rail ends. And it kind of goes a little bit circuitous through some of the suburbs and drops people off. Now, it's not great, but I think for anybody who needs to take the bus, it will be doable. I think 5 vehicles on the line is a little bit excessive, though. I think 2 could probably do it. And also, it's a daytime-only route. Sunday headway is 120 minutes. We're not operating on Sundays. Vicky Palladino. Yeah, let's not talk about her. She's just awful. But yeah, now we have a bus line to connect to our monorail, which of course no one wants to take. No one wants to take the monorail. See, look, people are leaving it by the dozens. Yeah, people need to get on church on Sundays, not fooling around on the bus. This is correct. The only way people get to church is by driving. We're getting quite innovative here in this city. Lots of new work. Or walking, yeah, I guess people can walk or something like that. But, you know, the best kind of walking is walking from the actual parking lot to the building. That's the best kind of parking. Or, I mean, walking. No one wants to take the monorail. Yeah, that's true. No one wants to take the monorail. They're just literally disappearing out of thin air to not take the monorail. See, look. People are literally disappearing out of thin air to not take the monorail. Insane. See, look, that tourist literally disappeared because the monorail's crime. Unironically, the city is more walkable than my hometown. I'm so sorry, but I would love to make it more unwalkable, but it's like impossible to not implement like sidewalks. I wish there were roads in game that didn't have sidewalks, but every road in game has sidewalks. Even like these industrial roads, like these industry roads, they still have sidewalks. And in fact, they have bollard protected sidewalks, so it's even worse. History and leisure, welcome in. Sandusky's Purple Line serves the Amtrak station, although only works when the westbound Lakeshore Limited is late, which is often, and all the churches, but doesn't run on Sundays. Yeah, that sounds like random medium to small town transit. Honestly, a lot of the times they just don't serve much of anything if you're going outside of ideal times. We'll start emptying this landfill too. But yeah, look at this. All of this new highway innovation. Truly wonderful, folks. I don't know. This highway definitely does need another expansion. Let's see if I can cram another lane in here without like messing with the hospital or something. All right, well, that's good. We've got another lane there. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. All right, wonderful. Now that's 4 lanes. Innovation, here we come. Oh, I forgot to show everybody a nice new asset I downloaded. I think y'all will really appreciate this one. Behold, the 16-lane avenue with parking. Now, where should I implement this Strode's glory? I'd like to say downtown, but I'm going to have to do a lot of parking demolishment to just even get this implemented. I can't do it on a streetcar street. I don't think this one right here is a streetcar street, but it would probably take a little bit of implementation. Yeah, I think this street's the one that's... Oh, no. Streetcar saves that street right there. Dang. Maybe I can reroute it. Yeah, I think I'll just reroute it somehow, some way. So for one, we got to reroute the bus over here. This is like the night bus, so it only runs at nighttime. So we'll reroute that over there. We'll actually just delete that, and it'll figure it out. Actually, the bus can still run down that road. As for the streetcar, we will have to figure that one out. All right, I don't want a bus only lane. That's kind of like all that cringe stuff that I don't want to deal with right there. We don't want bicycles with it. Street trees, everybody loves these. Even the most car brain people love a good street tree. Here we go. We'll kind of wedge that in there. Beautiful. Now we can reroute this to not stop on that road and stop right there instead. And now we can get to finally implementing some of our widest roads possible. The street is going to look absolutely goofy. There's no way around it. But our traffic problem will forever be solved. Behold, the glory of the 16-lane mega strode. Look at that. Traffic be gone. It's okay. I'm just restructuring this parking over here. I'm not getting rid of any parking. We're just restructuring it. Is the trackless trolley like the SEPTA routes 59 and 66? Well, I mean, it's not like it's a trackless trolley. My trolley actually does have tracks. But like the nighttime bus is like a shuttle replacement at night. Musk Avenue. I want to see how badly it's screwed up. Okay, no, it didn't screw up anything. But now we have 16 lanes of beauty. Oh my gosh. This looks like you know what this looks like? This looks like one of those like General Motors renderings of like the ideal like future American city. The auto metropolis of the future. And no one wants to live downtown anyways. How is the 16-lane strode smaller than your 8-lane highways? Well, my highways are 14 lanes, but this is just more condensed lanes. We're kind of redoing this whole neighborhood to kind of make it match the beauty and aesthetics of a great 16-lane highway running right through the middle of it as we proudly step into a future of innovation. Now we do have to have some actual businesses, unfortunately. But it's okay, because that drives people to park in places. We need to have some business in order to have some parking. A lot of these tall buildings around here, though, are gone, which is quite a bonus to some of you, I know. We're going to put a couple of them back, but... One Embarcadero. Oh yeah, it fits that modern office aesthetic. No businesses, only road. You should remove the traffic lights on the strode too. They're like barely there. Where's the Freedom International Airport? It's coming, don't you worry. We gotta get more parking though on the side here. Ooh, we did demolish some really important transit, though. There we go. Taxi stand is back. Thank goodness. Well, now there's no more traffic, and it's just perfect now. Like, look. Everybody can oh, well, we might have to rezone these garages over here. And maybe the stadium itself, too. But... yeah, we'll rebuild the stadium. Don't worry. It's been like 5 minutes since there was a stadium here in game time, so you know. Yes, it's streaming in 360p on here because in fact YouTube cannot handle the glory that is this beautiful highway network. It's okay though. We will be adding in much more parking to the neighborhood, allowing people to get around much faster. Ooh, wait a minute. I think I forgot that I have a really innovative type of parking. Look at that. Solar covered parking for our sustainable future. Think about that one. We've got the innovative future solar covered parking. I know it's a little woke, but hear me out. It allows us to power the city while people can still park. Look at all this parking. Wouldn't you be so happy if this was your city? I would love this amount of parking in lanes, honestly. I mean, look at that. Everybody's using all the lanes. For real, though, I want to get another tall building in here. There we go. Perfect. This is true. Cats like watching my stream. I mean, it's not a bad idea to put solar over parking. Maybe garages would definitely be better, because over surface parking, you might have the problem of when you try to infill there, people are going to complain about getting rid of solar power, but it's just one little test site, you know. We don't have a whole ton of these, but we have one, and it's providing a tiny little amount of power output, so, you know, it is helping the city innovate just a little bit. But tell me, is this beautiful or what? "16 lanes of freedom to the football game." This feels like this would be confusing in sports. You have one team called the Las Vegas Buccaneers and then another team called the Los Palma Buccaneers. NKA Road. Yeah, this does honestly look like one of those North Korean roads. Look at the crossings. Go ahead. Die. Look at this level. This level of crossing. Trying to cross here would just be insane. The fact that anybody is crossing this street and living is honestly a testament to how good my infrastructure is in this city. I got a really good idea. I forgot we can adjust speeds. I think 60 miles an hour is a good speed limit for this road. There we go. Now we can have some fast-moving traffic through our city. Hey, liberal, look at this road. 52 car pileup. That's real. That's real beyond all belief. Cars suck. I think this is well implemented into the street grid, and I think the people are enjoying this. I see no problem with this, and I think more cities should do stuff like this. Hopefully my suburbs haven't collapsed. There seems to be a mild problem with garbage pickup, but I think that's because I was emptying this out. Imagine Miles in Transit visited this city. He'd probably have a fun time on the little streetcars over here, but other than that, I mean, probably wouldn't be his favorite place to go and visit now, would it? Would be a fun time to go and see the 16-lane road. I'm just amazed that pedestrians are attempting to cross this. Ooh, look at this. More undeveloped land for parking. Perfect. Alright, even more parking implemented in the city. Tom Scott would have a fun time crossing that road. I'm sure he would. What's so funny is that with the city skylines, like, ability of, like, deciding, like, lane management and stuff within the, like, game itself, everybody still piles into one or two lanes, so 16 lanes really ain't helping the traffic too much. I just love how there's an ungodly amount of people walking over here. Now, I think we could probably implement more 16-lane roads, and it's probably a better idea to start with them than by retrofitting our city to already have them. Oh, that's not the best intersection to do that for. Okay. Love when it just glitches out like that. Half a mile of nothing. Real. That's what I call this part of the city. It's just like, this is just true nothing. You know, guys, I just want to thank you all for watching the stream and, like, liking and everything like that. It always means so much to me. Innovation must be done. Well, I can't... I should get rid of the sidewalk if I don't want pedestrians. I can't really get rid of it in-game. It's kind of hard to do that. I'd have to go into the asset editor. And even then, I think it still requires pretty much all roads to have sidewalks. I do, in fact, love that if you want to bypass my town quicker, you gotta pay for it. Pure innovation. Alright, but for real, though, I should build a serious transit line here. I say that while getting the cable car out, ready to go. This is real transit, everyone. Cable cars are real transit. Trust me. Why does that superhighway remind me of I-635 in Dallas? I don't know. Seems like it could be inspired. It's okay, we're doing the real future of downtown transportation, and that is urban gondolas. Now, in true transit transportation fashion, We're going to have it run between two neighborhoods that already have a mode of transportation, but we're going to make it run a less efficient route and cost more money and probably have lower ridership, and then wonder why that's happening. I gotta turn off road anarchy for this one. It's kind of the worst when you're trying to build these things. It just doesn't want to connect anything. But yes, it is an innovative superhighway that dumps you off into 16 lanes of traffic for surface streets. It's okay. If you'd like to cross it, we do in fact have a way, and that is by taking the aerial lift. Downtown Gondola innovation. This town has a whole load of transit options for you to take, such as commuter rail, monorail, gondolas, streetcars, all of the real transit. Where did I put that original station? Oh, over here. There we go. Now we've got a new transit line in the city. Aerial gondolas. The future. Real innovation, folks. We're doing our best here. It is technically grade separated, however, it does take a very circuitous route. Ooh, it's getting riders. Oh wow, people are taking this. I built it as a tourist system. The city is so cursed. Yeah, that's half the plan here, is having it being very, very cursed. But hey, look at this. If you want a view of the 16-lane super strode, you can take the gondolas and get an incredible view. Actually, they are pretty popular in game. We should figure out how to remove the curse. Eventually we'll get to that in the streams. Oh, we got to do more suburban development if we want to move further onto that. Because, yeah, eventually I would like to actually convert this from being a car-dependent city. I think it would be fun to do a conversion. Have a nice little car-dependent, sprawling city that we've built up and turn it into a nice place full of transit-oriented development. And, yeah, I think that'd be pretty sick. But for right now, we're building only the best. Good transit, good wide roads, and helping people get places. I like doing some funky designs from the air for the suburbs. I think that's always the best route to take. Is just going absolutely crazy for the suburbs. That should show you how to get to Funky Town. Alright, we're just going to zone this all as residential, just so that way we can get the whole view of it, and then unzone a lot of these edge areas that we're going to use for commercial developments later on. Ooh, don't build there. You can build anywhere in this neighborhood except for there. Yes. I'm quite familiar with Funky Town. We need more police precincts. We also need another fire station. Perfect, perfect. Put ample parking for both. Also include more commercial development, because everybody wants to eat at the prime locations of every fast food chain you could ever imagine. There's only one little area of sprawl, but it's actually bigger than the city itself still, which is like perfect. Because that's always kind of how it is. This sprawl will continue to develop, especially along this little highway here, but I think we're eventually going to have to add in another highway just to kind of be able to deal with the congestion in the area. I think one kind of wrapping from here all the way over to here would be a good idea. We've got a ring road around downtown, which is good. That's a good start. Wish there was a gun store asset. There is, I'm pretty sure. Oh, why is that a bike? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember why I made that a bike lane. Because it's just going to end. It is a bike lane in the worst spot, and it just ends. Which I think is, like, ideal. An ideal description of most American bike lanes. I'll also start a bit of suburban construction over here. I don't think that would be a bad idea. We'll do them a bit smaller over here, a bit more compact, and a bit more with the street grid, just so that way it's a bit easier to fix later on. But they'll still have pretty much the same problems. We gotta have some new suburbs other than the one little area that we got going on. Like, it's good. That one little area is definitely good for suburbs, but we need just a little bit more. Put a dog park back here. We got to get water to this area too. But this will be an even easier commute for the people because they'll only have to go right over here to downtown to get their nice office jobs. Missing middle be damned. We're putting all the housing right here. All the low density stuff. Perfect. I think it does need a little bit more parking though. Ugh. Okay. Well, at least it's a quick fix. Innovation at the end of the day. The bus and trains paint scheme is graffiti. Yeah. That'll be the plan when we get to that. But you know what? I think after zoning that last little new suburb, I think it's a good time to call it a night. I'm going to kind of wrap this up a little early today. Had kind of a busy day, but you know, it is what it is. But I just want to thank all of you guys for tuning into the stream and watching my videos. I'm always very appreciative of that. You guys are wonderful people. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to make streaming just a little bit more of a regular thing, and I'm glad that you guys have been tuning in. Always a good thing. I promise that my next stream will be a little bit better than 360p. We might be able to promise you 480i. Maybe if you get your hopes up a little bit, it might be 720p, but you know, we'll see when we get there. But you guys have a wonderful night. It's Saturday, always fun. I know it's like 10 o'clock for most of you guys, but yeah, maybe I'll stream next Sunday. Maybe it'll be next Friday. I probably won't stream next Saturday. I'll be out of town. Actually, I might stream later this week then. Honestly, it might be like Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll see, honestly. You guys have a good one, though. It may also not be City Skylines. I might mix it up, though. I like doing that. But you guys have a good one. See ya. Ugh.